All right, so currently this homework is looking good. Uh, for several things, okay, you can use a variable to handle the UI right here and turn that into 30, right? Okay. Therefore, later on, you can simply just modify this number and it can make the UI a bit dynamic if it has too many uh, property you want to change. And let's see that the height is multiple by it's multiplier one. So P right here. But I have one thing. Okay, so right here. Hmm. Okay. So let me change that background color into UI color period blue. All right, so let's see what's going on here. This one descriptions here. Text is this, data pass. Okay, yeah, this is very good. This is very good. I like it. And this one you have these. And let's check this out a little bit. English. Look, my question is why it doesn't change its background color. Set up UI. Detailed. Oh, you know what? Okay. Um, it is actually right here. I do need to change that into June 5th, right? Otherwise, I am editing on the wrong as the wrong class, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is you have to implement the proper class name here, right? And so therefore, all of the modification would be displayed here, right? Okay, there we go. Good. Okay. So whenever you have this kind of situation, all right, you gotta calm down and use your logical thinking to think what is wrong with that, right? Because there may be something like inappropriate syntax here, right? So this one works. It is because I do have the detailed class VC, but however, this is not what I'm doing, what I'm working on now, right? So you have to modify this one. Okay, there we go. And let's see that right now. Okay, so engineering, and so I'm thinking right here, these ones, okay, looks good. So now I can turn this one without any background color, right? And we also have a top anchor, which is a 30s here. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay, let's turn that into your very original data here, right? As you can see, if you declare a variables here, it's pretty easier for later work, right? So all you need to do is just modify this number and it will change the UI correspondingly, right? Good. And you can also declare a leading anchor or a leading padding or left padding and the right padding. You can simply just implement the code right here, right? Okay. And then business. Okay, so we have these. And I'm thinking, oh, wait a second, your original is one, right? So let's see. What is the original? Oh, okay. That made that makes sense, I guess. Top anchor, lead anchor, trail anchor, and these, I guess it makes sense right here. Yep. Okay. That's good. All right. So this one's good. English, learn about how to analyze text and get meaning from different works, right? Essay about those works to convey the message here. Good. Okay. And today I'm going to show you, right? So how would you customize this um, table view cell here. As you can see right here, this table view cell is pretty raw. No fancy decoration. So therefore, we probably want to make it looks a little bit better, right? Okay, there we go. So therefore, what you need to do is you need to create a brand new class. This is, you can call that a customized. I'm going to call that AP, all right? AP courses, customized cell, and it's going to be UI table view cell. Okay. And you do need to initialize it. All right. So therefore, you need to override initializer here. And then right here, you do need to fulfill the requirement here. This is pretty easy. All you need to do is just to let it display this warning and then press fix. We'll fix that for you for free. And then super period init. Do we have init? Yes. Wait a second. Yes. Super period init and the style. Style is these properties here and the identifier. I recommend you to use exactly the same my cells here, right? Okay. So, and in the future, there will be lots of table view, lots of cell arrays. So therefore, it is quite very important to make, for instance, like the main table, or you can say that maybe AP table cell, all right? Identifier, right? Is going to be a string and assign that to be my cell, right? Okay. So therefore, what's the benefit of that? The benefit is you can simply just type, okay, AP table cell, right? And then you just press return key on the keyboard. Then compiler will complete the code for you, right? So therefore, you wouldn't be worried about, oh, which cell name I'm using, right? Okay. So this is a very good um, habit here, right? So therefore, this is AP course, no, AP table cell identifier, right? Okay, there we go. And then scroll all the way down to right here. So therefore, this is AP. There we go, right? AP table cell identifier. Pretty easy, right? Okay. So now as you can see, so uh, this is a brand new knowledge here. So AP course customized the cell is a subclass of UI table view cell, right? Okay. So therefore AP the process. So this is basically the process of customizing a UI table view cell, right? So simply makes it looks better, right? As you can see right here, this is a table view cell, right? And where did you actually use the table view cell is at the register rate. Table 1 has a register, which is table view cell here. So right now, you can simply just change UI table view cell into AP table view, no, AP course customized cell, right? Good. Therefore, you can build your very own customized table view cell. It can be, so for instance, if you remember uh, Mark's backyard map, right? Okay. So I can tell you, um, the chat system right here, this is a customized table view cell. So it has more details here, right? Okay. Um, and then, yeah. So therefore, most likely you want to basically customize your table view cell. Therefore, it can show you just the customized details here, right? Okay, there we go. Good. And right here, so this is exactly what you want. This is exactly what you want, all right? Okay, so there we go. And firstly, all right, um, okay, as you can see, this is a table, UI table view cell. So this is not a controller, right? Not a controller. This is not a controller, right? So this is not a controller, right? Okay, not a controller. So therefore, there's no such thing which is view deload, right? There's no view deload, okay? Because it doesn't have to load anything, right? It's not a controller, okay? But you can also define setup UI, right? Okay. Obviously, you have to, right? And then you can also have let, for instance, what do you want to call this? Let maybe title, all right? Title, label, all right? LB to be UI label, exactly, right? And then that. For these, I can I can say you can simply just copy and paste everything you want here, right? Okay, you got one of these here, paste it, and you can simply call that AP title, right? AP title. Okay, I don't mind. All right. So definitely I will do that. Okay. All right. So this is UI text view, but you want to turn that into UI label, right? And then that's and then for the rest, it's supposed to be pretty much the same rate. Okay. And then you can also create a let maybe AP image, right? Or you can call that the preview image, right? Image view. That is going to UI image view, right? And then right here, you have that. Okay. And then let IB equals UI image view. And then return IV here, right? So therefore, probably you want to display like AP Computer Science, AP English A's cover page, right? For instance, you can add a little thumbnail image preview, right? Okay. So for that, I'm going to have a content mode is going to be period scale aspect fit. So therefore, it would fit this frame. Or you can use a fill. Fill will fill out the frame, right? Okay. And then you also need to use IV period eclipse to bounce to be true. And then absolutely you need IV period translate into auto resizing mask. Well, um, translates auto resizing mask to into constraint into false, right? Okay, there we go. Therefore, you can use auto layout here. Okay. And if you want to have a little customized view like that, so you can add a little border line if you really want. So for instance, TX period border, it is from layer period border, right? Border color, UI color, period. Suppose it's a black and the CG color. Yeah, it is a CG color, right? And then TX period layer period, layer period. Then you want to have a border width. Border width is going to be 2, I guess is good enough, right? Okay. I'll do one example, and for the rest, I want you to finish it. And for the setup, exactly the same, but now it's going to be content view, not view, right? Because it is not a UI view controller. Um, but you can also create a let UIs, right, equals AP title, and then you have AP preview image view, right? Suppose you have so many elements, and I guess you don't want to do them one by one. So for items in UIs, right? Okay. So then you can actually use a for loop to handle all the work you want. Indeed, right? Okay. And then content mode period. You want to add a sub view, right? And then you want to add all the UIs here, right? Pretty straightforward. Um, okay, what is going here? Why it has AP title? Yeah, I have AP title here. And this one, yeah. Oh, content view, right? Period. What's wrong with my maybe out of memory? Content view, period, add sub view, and I'm going to add all the items here, right? Okay, pretty easy. All right, so this is a for loop. And if you don't want to use the auto for loop, you can use I in 0 2 dots less than UIs period count. And then modify this one UIs period square bracket of I, right? Okay. So therefore you can use algorithm to handle the work, right? Okay, there we go. Um, all right. Okay, it looks a pretty easy, right? Okay, so suppose you have so many. So for instance, like Mark's this one, right? Mark has well, one, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. five, actually five elements here, right? Okay. And then what you need to do is define the AP views of top anchor, right? Then it is going to be constant, all right, equals to, so because right now it is as the content view, right? Not view, it's a content view. So can be 10 right here is active to be true, right? And then you can also create the leading anchor, right? Leading anchor, and then turn that into, yep, okay, I guess, uh, period leading. Whoops. This one is a leading anchor. This one absolutely is a top anchor, right? Okay, there we go. And then logically speaking, you can copy this one here, right? So then you have a trailing anchor, and this is a, but just to keep in mind, right? So so this one is the image view, right? So it doesn't have to have a trailing anchor, but it does want to have a bottom anchor, right? So bottom anchor, so this one is the bottom anchor. Whenever you set this down, you have up, left, down. And then you probably need to have just to have the what? The height, right? So the height anchor. Now, suppose you want to have a 1-to-1 ratio, so therefore it has to be itself's preview period with anchor multiplier to be 1. So therefore it can be a perfect a square, right? Okay. So therefore eventually it can be just look like this, right? Okay. So it has exactly, I guess maybe 20, all right? I guess it may be 20. So therefore you can also use some like let um general or like a uh general general padding to be CG float and probably to be 20, right? 20 is a good number, or maybe 15, all right? So therefore you just pass this number right here. Okay. If you don't want 15, you just modify once and then it will change everything, right? Good. So I guess probably it looks pretty neat to me. So therefore, I'm going to call it, right? You do need to call setup UI no matter what, right? Okay. Um, and then so you need to uh, scrutinize your table view here, right? Now you do need to cast it, right? You need to cast it into what? Into AP course customize cell, right? So therefore you can use it. And therefore, right now, okay, so let's see that. You can simply, well, delete that, then you can have my AP title or something, right? AP image view here, right? Okay. Therefore, it can be something, right? Okay. UI image view and um UI image view. So therefore, you need to have image, right? And then UI image and a named. So for that, okay, system name, I'll just use the camera as a what? As a container, and then you can use your AP title text equals, then you use the ARR array. What's the name of the array? Once again, yes, it's original. Um, yeah, selected, right? Or you're using, yeah, I guess it's list the data, right? Okay, so list to the data. Exactly the same thing you did right here. And then index path dot row. Exactly right. Okay. Um, and then you do need to modify your you do need to modify your title label, right? Okay. So order matters. You finish from left to right, right? And then right here, this is basically you need to have this one, this one, this one. See, copy paste makes more sense now. So because they're supposed to be in the same horizon, right? So this one's the same, the same. Leading is a different, so you need to place it next to the image view, right? So which makes sense here. Bottom, the same. Height, I guess you don't need that, right? But um, you want to have a trailing anchor instead, right? Because you want to, right, right here. Okay, makes sense. And this one is going to be content view, period, trailing anchor. And this is going to be negative. So -1 multiplied by that. All right, and then let's run this code. Let's see what is going on. All right, so this is how would you customize it. All right. This is a Mark's example here, right? Okay. Let's see that. Well, something, right? Okay, AP, blah blah blah, right? Okay. It's a little bit offset, but I guess you can simply well modify this by yourself a little bit, right? Okay. And then of course you have var maybe list data images, right? Well, then you can put the image, whatever, right? Okay, put image right here. But it has to be exactly, you have to have the image, right? If you don't have the image, it doesn't make any sense. Where do you have image? It's at asset cassettes here, right? So it's at this folder, the bluish folder. Okay. And then you can drag and drop the photo down over here, right? And you have to name and title it, right? So therefore, you can show the pictures here. All right, so let's see, do I have let me drag this let me drag this QR code in for an example here, right? Drag and drop. Okay. Then I'm going to call that maybe English, right? NG English. All right. And right here, you do have English here, right? Okay. So therefore, for some reason, it would give you English. All right. Okay. So, and then it is actually a cell for roulette right here. Then you change that into named, right? Named, right? And then because this one has to be varied every time, right? So it is actually, you need to interpolation it, right? Which is from index. No, this is actually list data square bracket. Oh, I guess you don't have to use this. I guess it's just a list data images, right? And then access index path dot row, right? And then if you simply do that, we're supposed to have, well, at least one um, QR code. For the rest, I guess, since there are no such data, it may crash because there's no such data, or maybe just a no nothing in it. Right? Yeah, just the one of these, right? Okay. This is just an example, all right? Okay. Uh, as you can see, so everything is a bit offset. And then what you need to do next is something called hide or row at. All right. Then you can return a fixed size, which is 180. Therefore, you can have a fixed size of the table view. So it wouldn't go beyond the boundaries for some little tricks, right? Okay. So it's always going to be this, but I don't think it is a good idea. All right. So therefore, I want you to explore this a little bit. And of course, because this one, it has to be like negative, right? So therefore you have to times -1. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. And this one has to be -1 as well. -1 times that. Okay, so this is one issue I should mention before, right? So negative number allows you to push it against up, right? So therefore, the UI can be on the right track. Yeah. Oh, I'm recording this. All right. So then, as you can see, is getting a bit more interesting, right? Okay, you click it, We have the details here. All right. Okay. So I'm going to give you this new updated code right here. All right. And then, all right. Mm, okay. So please review the following code. Okay. These are task number one, task number two. So please find and import of the all of the AP course cover thumbnail uh, images, right? Okay. And then implement the image to the X code with proper name. Number four. Number four, use, well, I guess simply just display the image at each row properly, right? Properly. Okay. Okay. Number five. Okay. Just use your creativity, right? Creativity to upgrade the UI table view. All right. Okay. So pretty good. All right. So your homework is good. So as you can see, if you finish your homework, we can do a lot. We can do a lot. So um, I'll be adding values to your current code, and then you will be adding more values to your current code as well. So this is a very good circulation. It's a very good process, very good working flow. All right. Okay.